but we're to believe that women are so altruistically blind to self that the definitions of masculinity and of ideal male behavior that they promote have nothing to do with their own agendas? In any case, women have succeeded in seducing a subset of men into betraying their brothers. That is, to align with their conceptualization that traditional masculinity, against which they might not be able to successfully compete, is toxic and misogynistic, in exchange for female approval. A need that is so deeply instilled in so many men that in many cases, it is indistinguishable from their own self-worth. This alignment not only produces fewer alpha males with each subsequent generation, but it also creates a powerful voting bloc capable of removing the remaining alphas from positions of authority using ideologically backed policy initiatives as well. And why is this occurring? Because, just like on Survivor, the modern woman is in competition with the modern man. Gone are the days of complementarity in which men and women functionally moved in separate orbits. The modern woman is in her masculine, and she has chosen, or has been forced, or has been incentivized, depending on your perspective, to enter into historically male social domains and carve out a space there. They want money and power and status and recognition. And to get those things, they have to beat out the men who also want those things. The issue is that, just like on Survivor, the alpha males are extremely difficult to beat in direct competition. Like even the other men couldn't beat them. So these men have to be removed from the game if women have a chance of occupying the highest positions of power and authority. And the play for the last several decades has been to make all the traits and attributes associated with these alpha men morally reprehensible. Morally reprehensible. This has been done by controlling the narrative of what makes for a real man or a good man, and increasingly through moralization masked as medicalized language. Only the most strong-willed and disagreeable of men are able to resist this, especially if it is fed to them from the time they are young boys, as yet incapable of critical thought. In their zeal to prove that they are not like the other guys and to secure a female approval that has become indistinguishable from their own self-worth, women and lower status men have teamed up to rid the world of alpha males and all they represent. And that is where we find ourselves today. The process has begun, but it hasn't yet been completed. Whether or not the intended outcome is obtained largely depends on whether or not these lower status men wake up. Play the tape forward, guys. Once all the alphas are out, what's going to happen next? Those betas are going to be the next to go. It's just like on the show. These men are only useful to women until the alphas are eliminated. Women can and do outcompete beta males all the time. They are not an obstacle to their victory. These men will have served their purpose, and like the nice guy providers that end up divorced when their wives no longer need anything from them, they will be summarily dismissed once they have outlived their usefulness. Make no mistake, women are in direct competition with men. And if you can't win through direct confrontation, then you have to resort to guerrilla tactics. That is reasonable. After all, all's fair in love and war. Now, whether women will actually be better off if they're the ones occupying the positions of power and authority is an open question. As you'll recall on Survivor, their village wasn't functioning particularly well, and I don't think it ever did. Even after they moved into the vacancies created by the eliminated alphas, they lacked the skills and the systems to maintain the community they had inherited. However, this was kind of a moot point as the game ended once they had won. They had no reason to think past the point of securing the highest position. On the other hand, this is not how the real world works. The game does not end once someone is invested with power and authority. In point of fact, it only just begins. And in my opinion, it's in everyone's, men and women's, everyone's best interests if the most competent and capable people, whoever they turn out to be, are the ones running the show. When this